Hello everyone, Woundar here, bringing you my first impressions and feedback on Blizzard's new team-based first-person shooter, Overwatch. Starting out with the positives, Overwatch is probably the most addictive game I've played in quite a while. The gameplay is crisp, the game seems to be extremely polished considering it's still in beta, the artwork and universe of the game is amazing, the hero and role diversity is pretty good, balance-wise I think Blizzard is on the right track, and the amount of fun I'm having is growing day by day while playing it. However, this video is about feedback, so here are some of the things I'd like to see changed or implemented in future iterations of Overwatch. First off, screen clutter. Even though they already addressed this issue, it isn't completely gone. The biggest example of this is the killing streak messages you get during games, and while I enjoy the arcade style of it and I think it's really good for streaming and highlighting plays, getting a pop-up message during an intense fight can severely affect your vision and can easily lead to a lost exchange. The same can be said for the point capture indicators that can get in the way of players depending on their positions. As for skills that get in the way, I think Zarya's targeted shield is overly bright at the bottom and top, making aiming above and beneath you virtually impossible. So even if your friendly Zarya wants to help you stay alive, it can get really in the way. There are also a bunch of brushes and objects on the maps that can be turned off by fiddling with the video options, but it would be really nice to have a dedicated option to remove any unwanted clutter during serious gameplay. Moving on to what I think is the best way to implement a ranked format. As of now, Blizzard announced that ranked is coming, but with no definitive format. In my opinion, Blizzard already has the answer in their own backyard. In World of Warcraft there is a battleground called Strand of the Ancients, which uses basically the exact format as the current beta tournaments use at the moment. Both teams take turns at attacking and defending on the same map on a set timer. Whoever gets the better time is declared the winner, and in my opinion this makes Overwatch a game of seconds with teams solely focusing on map objectives. Finally, my last input is concerning barriers, which are basically large hit point shields used by tanks which can either be deployed or carried around in order to absorb damage and protect one's teammates. How I see it, everything in this game has a counter so far, with the exception of barriers which can only be DPS down or in some cases left to expire. This pushes tanks like Winston and Reinhardt above the rest, and I think in some cases makes them mandatory. I'm not gonna get into the meta or balance of it because I think Blizzard has a very good handle on it, but I really think that adding a barrier counter mechanic to let's say 2 or 3 heroes would make the game so much more interesting. This can be something like temporary disables to barriers or increased DPS to barriers or something like that. And that's about it. Thank you for watching and listening to my impressions and feedback on the Overwatch beta. Hopefully I'll see you guys in game. See you next time.